There is a new Mass Effect coming out, so what better time to revisit the best game in the original trilogy and see just how low it can go. Maybe because you want to get the best performance possible on a portable handheld computer like the GPD Win, or your computer is so absurdly slow this is the best Mass Effect experience you will get in a while. Well, this is the LowSpecGamer, the series where we explore ways of tweaking modern games to get the lowest graphics and best performance possible in a low-end computer. Let's begin. Hey, do you want to get some software to keep your computer in top shape and benchmark the fuck out of it while helping me afford newer games or just anything that is not given away for free? Then try the humble software bundle for PC lovers from the link in the corner. Right, let's get down to business. Mass Effect 2 is a game from 2010 running on the Unreal Engine 3, which is probably my favorite engine. The minimum requirements ask for an Intel Core 2 Duo 1.8 GHz and an NVIDIA GeForce 6800. Considering these are components sold 4 years before the release of the game, it is fair to say that even for its time the game had some friendly requirements. Which is why we're going to try with Intel Atoms, computers that give you this lovely message when you try and boot the game. First is the GPD Win, a portable Windows 10 gaming handheld powered by an Intel Atom X5 Z8700. Using the lowest settings, which are accessed through the game's launcher and an awfully high resolution of 720, the game gave us about 25 FPS while moving in the map and around 23 during combat. And so, let's get to changing files. For Mass Effect 2, the configuration file is located in your Documents folder, BioWare, Mass Effect 2, BioGame, Config, and the file is called gamersettings.ini. While this looks like your typical Unreal Engine 3 file, the System Settings section is missing all the variables we are used to. In the description you will find a configuration file with all those variables back. Turns out the game will read them perfectly. Let me briefly explain to you what some of these sections do so you can tweak or remove each element to achieve the result that you want. If you want to revert the game to the original setting, you only need to remove that specific line from the file. As you probably imagine, all of these variables over here disable pose effects in the game like depth of field, bloom, and shadows. You can disable dynamic lights for a massive FPS boost, but it will make the game so dark it can be hard to play in certain areas, so I will be leaving it on. This section down here controls our tier, texture, level of details. If left on the configuration file, it will force all the game's graphics and some effects to their absolute lowest. This will have a dramatic effect on the level of details of the environment and characters in an extreme and unexpected way, but the good news is that you will get acceptable performance even in combat situations that are larger than the ones of the previous test. But what about resolution? 720 is still pretty high. Alright, I wanted to see if I could get this game somewhat running on an Intel Compute Stick version 1. This is an Intel Atom Z3735F computer that is significantly weaker than the GPD Win. I'm pulling less than 15 FPS while idle on Mass Effect 2 at the same initial settings. For this one, I decided to also add something I have been experimenting with in my Unreal Engine 3 videos, and that usually beats just lowering the resolution, the internal resolution scaler. If you add the variable upscale screen percentage true and then screen percentage followed by a number, you can reduce internal resolution of the game while keeping a readable UI. 100% is full resolution, so I went with 50% internal resolution. And as you can see, we are successfully running this game on something that has trouble even doing some very basic computing tasks. Sure, this might not be the best performance that you might expect during a combat situation, but even when it gets on its lowest, you can still argue that you can't try playing like this. I mean, I'm even trying to tax the game a little bit with some of the most intense areas, and it still kinda manages to do it. Oh dear God, what have we done? Oh dear. Oh God. So, give it a try if you're desperate and let me know what you think. Thank you to the people in Patreon who donated to help with the channel costs, and to you for watching all the way to here. And if you cannot help via Patreon, check out what Humble Bundle is offering now. Every bundle sold helps the channel a little bit. See you on the next video.